sports for NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, guys. The modern NBA certainly owes a debt to those 7 seconds or less Phoenix Suns of the early 2000s. Steve Nash at the controls, Amari Stoudemire at the rim, and Sean Marion doing some of everything. Most teams just couldn't keep up. And Kevin, it was clear they set the trend for the pace and space style that we see today.
So exciting to see. No doubt about it, David. Thanks. You know, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Jones in at the point. And for Phoenix, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Durant, and it's Ayton in at the center position. They get it back. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Booker. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Instantaneous offense. Booker gets the hot pass and quickly has that shot in the air.
Outside, Bain. Oh, good with the triple. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 3-point game.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. Looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Durant, that's good.
In the mid-range, Durant is deadly as ever. Easy money sniper, putting up a little silky jumper.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last time they met was in Memphis.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Now here's Adams, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Got that one up quick.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passes of all time.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just picked the worst time to do it.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Jones following the score by Phoenix. Rejected by Booker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Here's Jones, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the Pacers. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, the make it feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Now, here's Adams. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, if you pull players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steve Adams would be a top pick.
2 shots.
Throw good, Adams. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He set some of the hardest screens on the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Williams is checked in for 8. Kenrich Williams comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Paul. And here is Bane after the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jackson. No problem on the jumper in close. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Just like his pop, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
Good work there as it goes.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. Some changes for Phoenix. Okogie's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Jones subbed in for Devin Booker. The Grizzlies making a switch here.
Get loud for that once again.
There's 1:47 left in the first quarter of the game. Kennard against Jones. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
.139 left to play in the first.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Here's Murray up on top. And it's Murray with the jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here's Aldama. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Here's Jones. And he dunks it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And here's Jones. 11 points last game. He had a nice open look right there.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
On the basket by Jones.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Suns leading by 7. Murray for 3. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Clark. Williams with the block. And they recover. Pass to Jones. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Williams.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And a deep three from Murray. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Ladies and
Welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Booker out there with Murray. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Ayton. And it's KD in at the small forward position. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Doesn't go that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the fourth guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
And the dunk by Booker.
Just bouncing off of contact, Booker putting in work in that weight room.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Here comes some t-shirts. Get up out of your seats, everybody. All right, Bucks fans, here comes.
All checked in for the Suns. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Adams checked in. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. The pass to Kennard. Adams with it. Outside Jackson from downtown. Booker pulls it in.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
It's picked off. To the middle. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
With three, Booker, another three for Phoenix.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's got to put his foot on the pedal.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
And then Durant with the jam.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Ball against Kennard. Pass to Adams. He feeds it to Jackson. Clock at 4. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Well, you look at Paul. He's pulled in a lot of votes. Nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, and probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Now, here's Ayton. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. And that one's good. Durant.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
The Grizzlies trail by 10.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Here's Aldama, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
terrific playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
Here's Jones. He has 5. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash and Amar'e Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They've been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Phoenix. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Just maybe the best scoring forward of all time. And by maybe, I mean he is. Yet again, it's Durant with a big night.
And here is Bane following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Here's Conchar. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Back to Booker. Over Bane. That's good from Booker on the assist by Paul. Booker's got 12 points in the game. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Now, here's Bane. He had 15 points last outing. Not loose. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Suns on top, leading by 17. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. KD, you're running and gunning out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details, and we just wanted to play harder, man. And I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we playing together, everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we playing like that, so we got to continue to do that.
KD, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. The story thus far being written by Devin Booker. He has been everywhere.
He's off to a great start. The buckets are coming fast and furious, I'm telling you, and he's shown no signs of letting up.
Hey, why stop now? Defense can't stop you. Don't do it for him.
And now to some other news. We've got some trades to talk about.
Not many scouts predicted Gilgeous-Alexander would become a superstar, but that's the direction he's headed in. Great length at the backcourt, all skill, and he's a first-team player. Big addition to this franchise.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So on the floor for Memphis. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. Jones is out there with Desmond Bane. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the score by Memphis. And the shot goes in.
And we've kind of come to expect this performance from Booker every night. His scoring is just that consistent.
Brooks against Booker. Brooks kicks to Jones. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Booker the pass to KD. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Well, when KD asked out, you knew the Nets would get a king's ransom. Perhaps the biggest star trade we've seen in decades. But with KD on this team, they are right in the thick of it as far as contending.
T-shirt time, everyone. Let's go!
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And Memphis also making a switch. Kennard, he's checked in for Bane. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. Jones against Murray. And the basket by Jones.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Suns leading by 18. Here's Murray. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Murray's got 11 points.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight things.
Phoenix foul. Mark Williams.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Tillman's checked in.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, Xavier Tillman.
Jones dishes to Brooks. Jackson, a screen on Williams. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. How did you react, Richard, to the changes and rules in 2021, specifically those banning non-basketball moves?
I loved it because the game has gone so far offensively that it put the defenders in such a bad spot. And so now that you're allowing for the defenders to actually play defense now, I think it's great for the game.
And instead of, tricking your way to the free throw line.
Yeah, because they were using that. It's not a foul, it's what they call. And let's turn what they call into actual fouls. So the referees cleaned it up perfectly.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
74%, so-so. We probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Baseline jumper. He gets it in there. Jones has got 12 points in the game.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Okogie, the pass to Jones. That one falls. He's got 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And they get it back. Here's Tillman. Off target with his 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the basket by Jones.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Here's Brooks, and that one is stuffed right through.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
For three, Murray. Another three for Phoenix.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Outside, Jones. And Jones sends it back. Over Kennard. And he can't bank that one in. Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And here's Brooks from outside. Phoenix grabs the miss. Jones, that's for 2. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Booker, he's checked in for Jones. Memphis also making some changes. Aldama's checked in, and Conchar subbed in for Luke Kennard. And here's Booker from the arc. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Passes it to Aldama. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Tillman. And got hung up on the dunk. Quite enough elevation there, I guess. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Good use of the stop and pop there by Brooks, keeping his body under control.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth team.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Paul out there with Lee. Then it's Williams. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Okeke in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
On the wing, Williams fires the 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Connects from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit 3s to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And Phoenix making a change here. Jones is checked in. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Pass to Concho. Here's Williams. Defended by Jones. Screened by Adams. 4 on the shot clock. And the pass to Concho. They get it back. Tries yet again. And there's the nice layup by Adams.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Okeke from deep. Another 3 for Phoenix.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Williams against Paul. Williams passes to Conchar. The kick out to Williams. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Suns have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. That bucket in no time at all. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Conchar, covered by Lee. Passes it to Adams. Ball against Williams. Pass to Conchar. Shot clock at 5. The shot, no good. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
So for the Suns, DeAndre Ayton comes in for Okeke, and it's Williams in for Lee. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Bane, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Paul kicks to Williams. Jones for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Ayton. Doesn't go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Kennard with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Payne for 3. And he stays with it.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Blink, and that ball is already gone. Booker is ridiculous with the quick release.
Bane drawn the double team. The pass to Kennard. Makes it off the glass.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
Booker's shot is good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Tillman, the lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Suns. And here's a timeout from Monty Williams.
Phoenix timeout. Here come the T-shirts, everyone. Who wants one? Here they come, fans. It's your one and only Suns dancers.
Outside, Bane. Pass to Conchar. Kennard on the wing. Off target from outside. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. This one for three. Good on the triple.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And the foul called on Kenrich Williams.
Third team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Here's Bane. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. KD, a statement win. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. We came out and played hard. Guys played together. And this was all that I expected, man. I'm glad that, we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
We're looking forward to seeing you out there again, man. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now our New Balance player of the game, Devin Booker.